Alright, what's up? What's going on, guys? Captain Monk here. In today's episode of Black Ops 2 Review, we're going to be covering the MP7 submachine gun. To get started, the MP7 is unlocked at level 4. It is a fully automatic submachine gun, meaning that when you hold down the trigger, nothing's really going to hold you back. You don't have to worry about a burst delay or anything like that, and you don't have to worry about tapping the trigger. You just hold on the trigger and let it fire. The damage in this weapon is at 33 to 18, meaning it's going to be about a 4 to 6 shot kill. The thing is with this though, is that up close it's going to take about 4 shots, and across the map it's going to take about 6. So your damage really depends on how far away your opponent is, but I'll get into that a bit more in depth later on. The rate of fire in this weapon is at 937 rounds per minute. I almost said something else, I don't even know what I was trying to say there. 937 rounds per minute, which is really good. In fact, it's some of the best in the game, but for some machine guns it's average because there are weapons like the Scorpion and the Chicom who shoot much faster. The range in this weapon begins to drop off at 19 meters. This is going to mean that if your opponent is 19 meters or closer away, it's going to take about 4 shots to kill. If your opponent is farther away than 19 meters but still closer than 27 meters, it's going to take about 5 shots to kill. If your opponent is farther away than 27 meters, it's going to take 6 shots to kill. Now this is crazy because if your opponent is 28 meters away, that's 6 shots to kill. If your opponent is 200 meters away, it's still 6 shots to kill, because that is the maximum shots to kill the MP7 will ever have, and that is awesome. So if you want to get some real funny snipes on some guys, you can do that with the MP7. In fact, you can do it with any weapon, but I just find it hilarious how someone can be so close as 27 meters and do the same amount of damage as across the friggin' map. For crying out loud, I just find that hilarious. The headshot multiplier on this weapon is at 1.1x. This is going to mean you're going to get faster kills when shooting your opponents in the head. However, I wouldn't suggest going for headshots because the head is a pretty small target to begin with, and the MP7 isn't exactly accurate, so for that reason, if you do want to get some headshots, hope to get lucky when shooting at a guy, but don't aim for headshots because it's going to get you kills because you're going to miss a lot of shots, and it's not going to be worthwhile in the end because you're going to get mad because you're missing shots and stuff. If you want to get some headshots as well, you can kill some AFK guys and just go pop them in the head, or some guys who aren't paying attention, who are sniping from a windowsill or something, but don't aim for headshots in a face-to-face fight, just hope to get lucky, to be perfectly honest, because that's the best advice I can give you guys from my personal experience. The next thing we got here, guys, is the magazine size. Now, the magazine size on the MP7 is at 40 rounds, which is really good. It is the second best in the submachine gun category, right after the PDW, which is at 50. And if you want to be more comparable to that, you can use extended mags to get it to 54, but I would honestly suggest against it because 14 rounds isn't that big of a difference, and there's so many better attachments, and it's not really worthwhile considering you've already got 40 rounds, which is plenty enough, at least for most players, but it is there if you do want to use it. The reload times of this weapon are fairly complicated as they usually are, but I'll do my very best to explain them. If your weapon still has some bullets left in the magazine, that is going to be the full reload time at 1.8 seconds. If your weapon is completely empty and has no bullets left whatsoever, it's going to take 2.4 seconds to reload. And if you take note of the add time, which is 1.3 seconds, you can cancel the reload animations on both the full and the empty time. Now how this basically works is when you reload, if you look at the bottom right, you can see the magazine get filled up to 40, which is the 40, which is like our case here. It can be different for different weapons, but for the MP7 it's going to be 40. So as soon as you see that 40 pop in, you can cancel the rest of the animation by either sprinting or switching weapons, and that can save you a lot of time. There's one clip here where I need to reload for 2.4 seconds, or at least that's the animation, where I'm completely out of bullets and there's a guy shooting at me, and so as soon as the 1.3 seconds is done and I see the bullets pop up in the bottom right, I decide to sprint cancel, and I cancel the animation, and I end up killing the guy when I would have probably died if I didn't. It's the clip right here. So let's get into the next statistic here, guys, as you guys watch that. The ADS time on the submachine gun is at 0.2 seconds. That is average for submachine guns, and this is going to be the time it takes to zoom in and out of ADS. So it's not really that significant. However, if you're using a light machine gun or a sniper or something like that, it's going to take a lot longer than 0.2 seconds. So that is an advantage you will have against those kind of classes. The Hipspread on this weapon is really good. In fact, it's average for some machine guns, but if you compare it to other weapon classes, it's again really good. So if you're up close, definitely go for the hipfire kill, because there's no reason not to. You're going to be taking advantage of something that you have a strength in, whereas other players will not have this advantage because they're using things like machine guns or assault rifles or stuff like that. And if they are using some machine guns, it's going to be a 50-50 fight, and you will have a chance because I'm assuming you guys are pretty good because you're watching my channel. I'm kidding, of course. The movement speed on this weapon, guys, is at 100%, and this is going to mean you'll be able to rush your opponents a lot more easily. There's going to be nothing holding you back, nothing like light machine gun, which has 90% movement speed, so this will allow you to rush much more effectively. You'll have 80% movement speed when aiming on sight, and this will mean that you'll be able to turn around corners much more easily, to be able to have your sights up and stuff like that, so that'll be really helpful. The next we got here, guys, is the Ironsights. Now, the Ironsights and the MP7 are really good. In fact, they're some of the best in the game, in my opinion, because they're really nice and open, nothing really blocking your sights. So there's really no reason not to use them. In fact, if you want to use a red dot or anything like that, you better be doing it for challenges, because I see no other reason to do that. And the recoil on this weapon it's fairly high. In fact, It's some of the highest in the game, but it's really easy to control because it's consistent. It's always up and to the right, so if you just counter predict that and just tag it and just tug it down and leftward, you should be good to go. And that's about it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video here today. If you did, make sure to leave a like rating. All your support is really much appreciated. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to subscribe. We got lots more videos come out soon. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.